best. I want you to go out there and I want you to win this match. I want you to pin your opponent and win the match. You are the best. You're number one. You're certified. You're a tiger. Rah! Rah! Right, let's go out there and win the match.
This is London.
Gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Andrew Coyne, and you are here with us for another edition of LDN Capital TV. And today, we're going to start off with another British Rules Rounds match. And coming out now is Yorgos, a man who has shown himself to be very adaptable to this style of contest. And he'll be taking on Dave Jackson, a man who unfortunately has come off a loss in the recent Tag Team Championship tournament. Can he rebound back with a victory here today? Well, we're about to find out. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you saw at the top of the program, John Chapman, the life coach, will make his in-ring debut today as he teams up against Jetta to take on Jezebel and a tag team partner of her choosing. The war between Jetta and Jezebel has been heating up now for several weeks, and it's going to come ahead in this huge matchup. But tonight, I personally, as we run up to the big LDN title challenge between SOS and Tex Benedict, I have managed to get a word with next week's challenger in Seamus O'Shaughnessy, and we'll be showing clips of that interview during today's programming. Well, coming to the ring right now is Big Dave Jackson, a man who many people thought was going to become the first LDN Tag Team Champion when he and tag partner JP Monroe managed to battle it out all the way through to the finals to take on one of the tournament favourites in the form of the Welsh Assembly. Unfortunately, the downfall came when the Welsh Assembly picked apart the knee of Dave Jackson. They literally destroyed it. And I'll tell you one thing, Dave Jackson barely got medical clearance to appear here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is made over traditional British World of Sport rules with 8 3-minute rounds, 2 falls, 2 submissions, or a knockout to decide the winner. Introducing first on my left from Athens in Greece, weighing in at 13 stone, Yorgos Christopoulos. And his opponent on my right from Brentwood in Essex, weighing in at 16.5 stone, the juggernaut, Dave Jackson.
Well, you heard the MC. We're going to have 8 3-minute rounds. Yorgos versus Big Dave Jackson, or as the MC called him, a juggernaut. And he certainly is. Very well put together. I have to say, Yorgos is a very strong competitor, but I believe that Dave Jackson will be the stronger of the two tonight. And here we go, and straight away, Yorgos is trying to go for a submission hold. And Dave Jackson wants none of it. He's trying to get out of that hammerlock. Nice float out, and he takes the wrist lock. LDN Wrestling has been trying to promote the British style of wrestling, and Dave Jackson really wanted to be a part of this new generation. But one thing you got to wonder is, what is the condition of Dave Jackson's knee? It was nearly destroyed in the tag team finals that we recently had on LDN Capital TV. And he's going in there with a big injury, and he's going in against a very competent wrestler in the form of Yorgos. Well, there's the pinfall there. He managed to fly him over, but Dave Jackson, nice bridge, keeping his shoulders off of the ground. Dave Jackson now manages to switch over, gets back onto his front. You don't want to stay on your back. When you're on your back, you can take a pinfall very quickly. Oh, nice arm wringer. Nice feeling out process going on. Both men trying to evaluate each other's strengths and weaknesses. Well, Yorgos now using that athleticism, and he floats out of the wrist lock to the approval of the crowd. It's been very even so far, both men showing that they are both good all-rounders. There's the lockup right there. And headlock takeover. Dave Jackson there, you can see trying to keep his right shoulder up, but the pressure must be gaining on him. The referee's right there if it is a pinfall. Remember, to win British rules match, 2 pinfalls, 2 submissions, or a single knockout over the course of 8 rounds. Dave Jackson there, those huge log-like legs, got him in a head scissors. Yorgos trying to float out of it. Well, he's there. He's trying to... No, nicely done. And there's the front headlock right there. Referee needs to make sure that isn't a choke, but if I know Yorgos, it won't be. And there's a cradle. Nicely done, but a kick out. We nearly had the first decision right there. And straight away, Yorgos doesn't pose, doesn't do anything of the sort. Straight away, snapmare right on top of his opponent. Well, Dave Jackson now, you can see the expression on his face. He's feeling the pressure across his neck. Dave Jackson, being a big guy that he is, lots of power moves. He's going to be better on his feet, and Yorgos knows that he wants to keep him down there. Dave Jackson now. Not sure what he's going for, but oh, and he manages to get the momentum out, and huge vice-like headlock right there, and we're at the end of round 1. It's been very even so far. I think both men have definitely got a feeling for each other now.
Seconds away, round 2.
There we go, now into round 2. It'll be interesting to see each man's strategy as we proceed through this contest. Both men trying to get his finish. Oh, and Yorgos right there, going for the injured leg of Dave Jackson. He's starting to tweak it a little bit there. I mean, pardon the pun, but Dave Jackson has a massive Achilles heel in the form of that injured leg. And it's going to slow him down, no doubt. And again, Yorgos going straight for that leg, and I don't blame him. Well, the last time we saw Yorgos, he unfortunately took a loss from John Ritchie. And, well, if Dave Jackson's going in there with an injury which barely passed medical clearance, you can bet that Yorgos is going to go for it. But still, Dave Jackson might have one leg that's slightly rickety, but right now, those arms are certainly paying dividends. The amount of attention he's obviously paid in the gym, combined with his technique, very formidable combination. Well, Yorgos is being forced to the ground right now, and Yorgos trying to fight his way up. You can see the arm right on the temple, but Yorgos uses the ropes to the escape, and whoa! Big Dave Jackson, huge shoulder block. Oh, and there's the sleeper, he jumps over it. Oh wait, Dave Jackson caught the leg on the leapfrog attempt. Slingshot into the corner, but Yorgos managed to hold on. And now Yorgos with big crossbody. Oh, and a kick out there by Big Dave Jackson. Yorgos follows through. He's going for a trademark monkey flip. Beautifully executed. Oh, headlock takeover, nicely done. Oh, quick pinfall attempt. Dave Jackson, knowing where he is though, able to get the right shoulder off of the ground. Well, Yorgos took a chance to speed up the contest, and I'll tell you one thing, it certainly paid off. Currently, Dave Jackson is on the ground, but there's that head scissors again. Yorgos this time knowing exactly how to escape, floats through back into the headlock. Dave Jackson now looks like he might be trying to go for a waist lock. Yorgos and Dave now back on their feet. And Dave Jackson looking for the escape, trying to find some momentum here perhaps. Oh, an overhead wrist lock. Beautifully done, and drags him down. Oh, and Yorgos able to get the shoulder up. No pinfall yet in this contest, and Yorgos desperate to keep his shoulders off the ground. He does not want Dave Jackson to get the first pinfall of this contest, because after all, Yorgos will then be having to play catch-up for the rest of the competition. And again, fairly even contest. It started off with Jackson having his leg taken apart by Yorgos. The contest sped up and the favor most definitely shifted over to Yorgos. But again, Dave Jackson, using his power and technical acumen, managed to keep Yorgos down to the ground.
Seconds away, round 3.
Well, there we go. There's the bell for round 3. I think it's clear to see both men's technique now. Yorgos possibly going for a quicker game, isolating the leg of Dave Jackson. Jackson's going to use a combination of his power and technique, and both men with a collar elbow tie-up trying to find a hold. And look at that. There's the overhook right there, isolating the arm and forcing Yorgos down to the mat. Pinfall attempt, but no. Well, Dave Jackson now is just shifting his whole weight on top of Yorgos, trying to force his shoulders down. Nothing was going though, so he picks up Yorgos so he can isolate that shoulder. Dave Jackson possibly going for the submission. Perhaps he's got a game plan involving that arm. Oh, but Yorgos there, very cheekily done. Quick pinfall attempt. Oh, nearly cost Dave Jackson. Jackson with the kick out and a big knee lift. Big knee into the midsection. It looks like Dave Jackson now going for some strikes, legal though they are. And Jackson, big power slam. And off the ropes. Oh, and drops the point of the forearm clean in the skull there of Yorgos and the bridge of the nose, but Yorgos still able to kick out. Dave Jackson now picks Yorgos up. Absolutely a big knee right there, and going up for a suplex. Nicely executed. Beautiful technique. Dave Jackson bridged with it all the way down, gaining maximum impact. The referee made the request for Jackson to back up. There we go. Yorgos made 5 on the 10, no standing 10 count. Dave Jackson now with the arm wringer, putting the pressure there on the wrist of Yorgos. Yorgos, however, managing to find escape. Nicely done. Picks again at the leg of Dave Jackson. And there's a single leg Boston Crab. And Dave could be in trouble here with that knee of his, which he has hurt in recent weeks during the tag team title tournament. And Dave Jackson managing to keep the pressure at bay so far. Oh, and look at that beautiful escape. He just cradled the ankle there of Yorgos and forced him to fall forward. But Yorgos, very intelligently, he applied that Boston Crab very close to the ropes, knowing that he could use it to escape the hold. And now Dave Jackson peppering with a couple of shots there. Well, off the ropes again, and Dave Jackson now. Oh, he went for the hip top attempt, but Yorgos reversed it with the arm drag. Now, this is what we're talking about. When the match speeds up, so does Yorgos. Oh, and Dave Jackson now with a backslide. 1, 2. Oh, Yorgos able to float out of it. And wait, Yorgos now floats through, and wait, goes for a victory roll. He managed to get it. Oh, and he takes the first pinfall of the contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 3, first fall of the contest, Yorgos Christopoulos.
Don't go away, we'll continue with this match after the break.
This is London. This is London.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you now join us back on LDN Capital TV. You join us in the midst of a contest between Big Dave Jackson and
Second
Yorgos.
round 4.
Now entering round 4, Yorgos, one fall ahead, able to get the pinfall via a victory roll-up in the 3rd round. Dave Jackson must now play catch-up. Oh, and Yorgos straight away with another pinfall attempt, but Dave Jackson kicked out at the 1. Well, Yorgos now with the snapmare and applies the reverse chinlock. Well, Dave Jackson now, he's got to try and find an escape. Pure power on his legs there, and he gets a chin breaker. Beautifully executed. Yorgos didn't see that coming. And now Dave Jackson with a swift kick to the knees, and he's going for one of... Oh, he's got a huge fisherman suplex, and he holds on. Nope, Yorgos able to kick out at the early stages of the 2. And now Dave Jackson throws Yorgos off the ropes and flips him across the ring. Referee holds back Jackson. 3 seconds on the no standing 10 count, and he launches Yorgos back down to the mat. Oh, but this time, Yorgos able to launch Big Jackson. Well, Dave taking a little longer to get up, and there's a drop kick. Yorgos waited for him to get right back onto his feet and drops the man mountain. That was a second drop kick right there, and now out of the corner, Yorgos launches. He follows through. Oh, he's going for another monkey flip, which he's well renowned for. Can Yorgos make it 2-0 in this old school British rules rounds match? Oh, and Dave Jackson this time, and just dumps Yorgos to the outside. I think the referee's going to let it slide, but that was a first verbal warning territory right there. Though saying that, surprisingly, both men have been very fair in the way that they have wrestled in this contest. A fantastic example of what British wrestling was and could be once more. Yorgos now, however, whips off Dave Jackson. And, whoa, he went for a back body drop, but instead eats the sunset flip pinfall attempt. Oh, and Yorgos going for the injured leg again of Dave Jackson. And this time, he has it cinched in. Big Dave Jackson might be in trouble right here. He injured that leg recently on LDN Capital TV. Can he hold on? Can he hold on? And no. The injury was his downfall. And Yorgos takes the victory 2-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, round 4, second fall of the match, winning fall by 2-0, Yorgos Christopoulos.
Congratulations to Yorgos, and he will continue his recent reputation of a new age ambassador for the old school style of wrestling. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, coming up later on tonight, we've got mixed tag action. John Chapman's going to make his debut in an LDN ring as he tags up with Jeddah to take on Jezebel and a tag team partner of her choice. We see here right now both men giving each other congratulations, no doubt deserved. Unfortunately, Dave Jackson was the victim of his own injury. And here's Jason Sensation, a man who has had huge issues with Yorgos. I mean, Jason Sensation is a man who's been pimped by the owner of this company to be the future. An offer that Yorgos was offered, but ultimately refused. And you can see Sanjay Bagger in the corner there, watching, but Yorgos able to stop the powerbomb attempt there from Jason Sensation and launches him out to the outside. And Sanjay Bagger right there does not want his man getting involved with Yorgos. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. Coming up next, part one of an exclusive interview with SOS. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Coyne and I'm welcoming you to a very exclusive interview with the new #1 contender to the LDN Heavyweight Champion, the #1 ranked wrestler in Ireland, SOS, Seamus O'Shaughnessy. Now, Mr. O'Shaughnessy, thank you very much for joining me at this time. I appreciate that you're very busy in preparations for your heavyweight title shot against Tex Benedict next week here on LDN television. Now, I just want to ask a few questions so that people at home can get an understanding of who is the man behind SOS. Now, you started wrestling in Ireland. You've been wrestling over there now for 2 years. What is the Irish scene actually like?
Right now, Andy, the Irish scene is at its highest. It's at its peak. It's the best it's been in years. But the thing is, for Seamus O'Shaughnessy, it's still a step below. It's still a step down. I've conquered everyone there is in the Emerald Isle, and now it's time to lay my claim on the British Isles, starting with LDN.
Wow. Well, listen, here you've been in Ireland 2 years. You're now here in the United Kingdom. You've come over and you're ready to compete in LDN. What do you hope to achieve? What are your goals now that you are in England?
The story is this, Andy. I've said it from the first day. I don't stand in line. I don't wait around for opportunities to come along. I go and take them. And as far as I'm concerned, right now in the UK, LDN is at the highest. It's at the top of the perch. And there's one title I want to get more than anything, and that's the British heavyweight title. Think about it. An Irish man, an Irish lad like me with the British heavyweight title around him. I mean, what a slap in the face to the English that is.
How's those life coaching sessions treating you, huh,
No, they're brilliant because now I have the drive. Obviously I had the talent, everyone knows I had the talent.
course you had
Jezebel, just down here, Jezebel here.
Hi guys! And girls, hey!
John David Bernard Bruno Chapman.
Certified, yes indeed.
How are you doing?
Have fun! Woo! We're gonna win that match.
Tag partner?
Yes, I'm in a wrestling match tonight.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing in here.
Yes, yes, yeah.
I mean, he's everything you need in a tag partner.
What's in the case, man?
Nothing's in the case.
What do we got?
Hang on.
George Michael?
Don't worry about that. I don't know how that got in there.
All right, Black Lace Party Party. It's got the Superman song on it.
Yeah, it's got to #1.
That is my favorite
Yes,
song, man.
yeah, it got to #1.
Can I lend this?
Was on Top of the Pops with Dave Lee Travis.
He's the man. BLT. DLT. BLT's that sandwich I got paid with last week. You know what I'm saying?
You got paid?
Well, yeah, but whoa. The Complete Idiot's Guide to Pro Wrestling.
Yes, I've been up north doing some training.
Up north, Canada?
No, up north in England. Yes, the Midlands. But anyway, don't worry about that. This is don't worry about that. Where's the showers? I need to get ready.
Showers are over there, man.
Excellent.
I'll clean this up for you guys. You okay, man? They're hot.
Yes.
This is London. This is London.
This is the devil.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh!
You've got to kill this today.
I'm gonna kill her!
Yeah. Not now, because there's a wall behind it. You'll end up hurting your hand. Okay? Actually, I've got an idea. Here we go. Go on. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, Hang on. Whoa, calm down. Don't get the smartphone.
She's a dirty little terminate! I hate her! Oh, I'm gonna kill her!
If we get disqualified, we won't win. Look, you're #1. You are the best. You're #1. You're a tiger.
Yes!
Or a cat.
Introducing first at a total combined weight of 25 stone. Please welcome the life coach, John Chapman, and his tag team partner, Jetta.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it earlier today. John Chapman and Jeddah have been trying to hype each other up in preparations for this huge mixed tag clash. It all starts right at the beginning of the season for LDN Capital TV, when Jetta and Jezebel clashed, and Jezebel beat Jetta, and that was a loss that Jetta just could not get over. She went straight back at Jezebel and lost again. and finally got a victory over her nemesis with the assistance of her new life coach, John Chapman. Now, of course, Jezebel was not happy at the fact that the life coach, John Chapman, has got himself involved in their personal dispute. And so last week on LDN Capital TV, Jezebel made the issue. She said, you know what, Cheddar? John Chapman, if you both want to get involved in my business, come to the ring and I'll find someone to back me up and who will help me break yours. Chilling words indeed from Jezebel. However, of course, the question now lies, who is Jezebel's chosen tag team partner? She's got an entire roster full of ruthless, aggressive, nasty and athletic monsters. Who's it going to be?
Rubbish at me then. Expect to hear from my lawyers. But to be honest, I can't expect anything more from dirty, stinking Southerners like each and every one of you.
What a beautiful lady. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, both hailing from Essex, at a total combined weight of 24 stone, the team of JP Monroe and Jezebel.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one heck of a collision. I mean, but the question is John Chapman ready for what he's about to get himself involved with? I mean, let alone JP Monroe. Is he going to be able to handle Jezebel? Well, Jezebel, one of the leading LDN femme fatales, and she'll be backed up by the always dancing, always happy, disgustingly positive JP Monroe. Well, they've certainly got a dance routine down, but are they going to be able to bring this chemistry to the ring tonight? And JP, that's kidnapping. It's technically illegal in this country. Please put him down. Well, no doubt JP Monroe, who first came into the company rather unpopular, was able to capture the hearts and imaginations of the fans here in LDN due to his very brave attempt in the LDN Tag Team Tournament. Him and partner Dave Jackson got so far, but unfortunately fell at the final hurdle. Well, I'd say a very interesting team dynamic we got going on here. And who's going to start the contest? Is it going to be the life coach or is it going to be Jetta? Well, JP now making sure that there's nothing sharp sticking out of his boots, and well, you can say the warrior's coming out of John Chapman right now. Really, John Chapman really sticks out like a sore thumb, doesn't he? Well, the odds are certainly not in the favour of John Chapman and Jetta here tonight. Talking about a one-sided contest. Well, John Chapman now stripping down. Well, John Chapman now getting ready for his contest, kicking off his shoes. And are we now ready to start? And John Chapman doing a little bit of shadow boxing. Wrong sport, but never mind. What is John Chapman doing? Oh, come on! This is like being back at school and doing PE. You don't bring your kit, you do it in your boxers. Well, it looks like we might just about be ready to start this contest. John Chapman doing some warm-ups on the ropes right now. Ooh, John Chapman there throwing a few stinging jabs. Jezebel trying to hold her sides in. What? Oh, Chapman, that was the oldest trick in the book. Straight into the headlock, floats over. Ooh, and takes Chapman down. Oh, and goes for a headlock, missed it, and Chapman's a slippery swine. Well, here we go, it's now down to Jezebel. and Jetta. This is where it begun, and I suppose it would be appropriate if this is where it ends. Jezebel in straight one-on-one competition has proven herself to be the superior competitor, and this is something that did not sit down well with Jetta, so she got herself a life coach to sort out her life, and recently she got her first victory over Jezebel in a four-way women's war. Look at this full Nelson, and finds the escape, and there's the wrist lock. Jezebel with a couple of those switching kicks that she's well known for. Jetta more known for her mouth, but she has shown herself to be quite a good competitor. Nice judo throw right there. And Jezebel not wanting to get pinned. Nice tight art hammerlock, I'll tell you. That's pretty good technique right there. These two girls showing what women's wrestling can be like.
Tear it off, Jezebel!
Well, Jetta now trying to find the way out of there, and she finally gets it. Grabs the hair of Jezebel and launches her off the ropes. Ducks the clothesline, and Jezebel now, duck the back elbow as well. And big shoulder block. And Jezebel with a boot straight to the chops of Jetta, and Jetta with a quick fist right there. But there's an open palm strike from Jezebel. And a big thrusting one from Jetta. And the girls now are just absolutely scrapping away. Do you know what? I mean, straightforward wrestling went straight out of the window the minute these two go in the ring. And John Chapman now helping Jetta get as much of the advantage as possible. And what is the referee doing, allowing Chapman in here? And Jezebel wipes off both Chapman and Jetta. And now Chapman is he's getting spanked practically by Jezebel. And a big shoulder barge right there in the middle of the midsection of Jezebel. And Chapman straight back in his corner again. We're now back to one-on-one with Jezebel and Jetta. JP Monroe trying to get the crowd into this thing. Trying to get Jezebel that adrenaline boost that she so needs. Nice snapmare right there. Swinging the leg for the momentum. And a quick, sharp kick to the lower back there. And Jetta going for a beautiful submission hold right there. It's very much like a full Nelson, but with the legs. And look at that, Jetta arching in as much pressure as she can into this. Jetta now keeping hold of the arms. That's good British wrestling acumen for you right there. And floats straight over into a modified bow and arrow suplex. Very Owen Hart-esque, I might add. And that's some good inspiration. But Jezebel able to find the escape and float straight through into the front headlock. And Jetta right there with her back to the referee. Couple of punches to the midsection. And takes it down with a big shoulder block. Jumps over Jezebel. Jezebel now with the leapfrog, and Jetta straight out of the ring. And Jezebel now is chasing Jetta on the outside. And she quickly boots Jezebel on the way in. And there's JP Monroe, who I suppose is too much of a gentleman to hit a lady. Well, there's the encouragement there from JP for Jezebel to get back in this thing. Jetta, well renowned for using every dirty trick in the book, but hey, if it works, all the more power to you. Jetta now, snap suplex. Beautifully executed suplex right now, and I thought Joe was going for the pinfall, but obviously she wants to administer more punishment over to Jezebel. And now there's the pinfall, hooks both legs, but Jezebel able to kick out. Got to tell you, Jezebel, much like a hare, fiery young lass, it's going to take a heck of a lot more to pin her, I'll tell you. Wait a minute, big modified fisherman T-bone, beautifully executed. Ill regard for the safety of Jezebel right there, but unfortunately, pinfall was not available to her. Jetta picks up Jezebel straight away and applies her into the headlock. Jezebel trying to find the escape. Can't quite get it. Hand slipped on that attempt. And again, she's trying to do it. She's trying to work on the leg. Trips over Jetta and applies a single leg Boston Crab, but Chapman! Chapman just wiped out Jezebel right there with that big clothesline, and JP Monroe has had enough. And Chapman is out of there, slipping all over on the outside. Chapman. John Chapman, you're the sort of man who gives British wrestling a bad name. Oh, and back in the ring, Jezebel has the single leg Boston Crab. Are we going to see a repeat of early? Oh, and Chapman, double-footed drop kick right in the face of Jezebel. Chapman now going back to the outside. Looks exhausted just from that one move. Anyway, Jezebel, oh, nice swift kick there to the knee. Oh, and another climbing head kick. Jetta looks dazed, but she still had enough gumption about her to scrape the eyes of Jezebel. And now Jetta's going for another suplex. Oh, and swings it down into an STO. Beautifully executed. Oh, and a kick out there from Jez. You can see the look on JP Monroe's face. He wants to be back in this contest. As Jetta now just chops away at Jezebel. And now driving the point of the shoulder. You know, most of this contest now has just been Jetta and Jezebel with John Chapman getting involved. And I dread to think what will happen if JP Monroe gets in there and gets his hand on John Chapman. Double suplex attempt. Oh, wait, Jezebel manages to swing the momentum and hits a double DDT. What a crucial moment. Don't go away.
This is London. This is London.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. And JP Monroe has finally got into this match. You join us in the midst of a mixed tag war between Jetta and John Chapman and Jezebel and her new tag partner, JP Monroe. But JP Monroe just got into the match and he's taking it straight to Jezebel. What on earth is going on? Well, JP Monroe has gone back into old tricks and just snapped down into the mat his own tag team partner. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, you're as confused as I am. We originally had a mixed tag contest, but it looks like JP Monroe was in on it all along.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee's decision, he's made this match a no contest.
The match has been made a no contest because JP Monroe has shown himself to be a slime, taking it straight to Jezebel, and now he's just picking up the near unconscious body of Jezebel, and it's almost like he's offering her as a sacrifice. John Chapman there showing the most athletic thing he's ever done in his life. And now they're holding her out for Jetta. Oh no, backcracker! Jetta has just taken her rather heated rivalry with Jezebel to an all-new level, having her own tag team partner, JP Monroe, turn on her. What is this all about? Ladies and gentlemen, coming on next, I've got part 2 of my pre-recorded interview with the new #1 contender, SOS Sheamus O'Shaughnessy. But frankly, it pales in comparison to what we've just seen here. Well, here you are. you're in the United Kingdom, you're here in LDN, and straight away you have been awarded a shot at the LDN Heavyweight Championship.
That's right,
Now,
Andy.
in LDN, we've got a very competent roster. Excellent bunch of athletic guys who are more than capable of carrying the gold. But why do you feel that you, SOS, Seamus O'Shaughnessy, is being awarded this ahead of everyone else?
Andy, open your eyes, fella. Just look at me. I'm a 19 stone, 6'6" Celtic wrecking machine. You think I'm going to stand in line like every other 12 stone midget out there and work my way up the ladder? Man, I eat half of them for breakfast. The thing is that I wait for no fella. I go in there, I go straight to the top. Anyone stands in my way is going to get brushed aside. As you see right now, the people at LDN, the heads of LDN are smart enough to realise that I would be a great icon for the company. That me as a champion would be the best thing that could ever happen to LDN.
Well, okay, well on that note, and I hope I don't offend you, Mr. O'Shaughnessy, there's a lot of general consensus going on backstage that maybe you're jumping the gun. The thing is that Tex Benedict has been a fantastic champion for this company, and many believe that you're taking him far too lightly. You're talking about a man who won the LDN Heavyweight Championship in a double elimination tournament. He's got through several competitors to win that gold, and many believe that he really isn't going to give it up with one heck of a fight. I mean, honestly,
Hang on a second. First of all, I don't give a crap who is in that elimination tournament, whoever.
Well, we're talking about John Ritchie, Chris Wilde, Magic, and of course Tex Benedict. How do you feel that you are in comparison to those four competitors?
First of all, they're all great athletes, but they're nothing like this specimen you see before me. I'm bigger, better, and badder than anything you've ever seen.
Well, bigger and badder doesn't necessarily bring home the gold, SOS.
Fella, let me put it this way. You step in the ring with me, you know all about it. Fair enough, you've got British technical wrestlers out there. Fair enough, you know, they may have been renowned across the UK. But the thing is, they're all in the past. You're looking at the future. And as far as people in the dressing room go, Andy, I don't give a crap about any of them. I've seen it before and I've seen it again. It's nothing but a load of bigots. This country is. That's all it is. And an Irishman's going to come in here and do what he's destined to do, and that's win the British Heavyweight Championship. And only you or anyone tell me otherwise. You understand that?
Okay. I think we're going to have to cut this interview now.
See you real soon, fella.
Guys, that was awesome.
It was brilliant.
That was unbelievable. You two are a great combination. You are better than all the greats throughout history. Gabby, Roslin, Chris Evans, better than them. Unbelievable.
Wow.
John Major, Edwina Curry, better than them.
Really?
Absolutely. Sonny and Cher, better than them.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's big time.
Exactly. Now, this man with the long sideburns, his name is JP Monroe, and he's been overlooked by LDN management for far, far too long.
Far too long.
He's been overlooked by all the greats in the world. Tom O'Connor, Des O'Connor, Noel Edmonds, Les Dennis, and Sanjay Bagger, of all people, was overlooking you.
Yeah, man.
But finally, you've come to your senses, teaming with this woman, Jetta. It's a great combo.
It is a brilliant combo.
Finally, this man with the life coach and Jetta has dignity, because this is dignity. And finally, you have it.
Obviously.
I'm going to go and have a shower.
We were brilliant tonight.
We were brilliant.
We were tigers.
These are dangerous days.